Tremendously big and tremendously wet. Tremendous ocean water.
It's tremendously big and tremendously wet. Tremendous amounts of water. Tremendous amounts of water. Tremendous, 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 tremendously wet. Tremendous amounts of water.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Rich of Review Birds USA, except I'm not birds, I'm tech, and I'm here to give a couple shameless plugs. First and foremost, make sure you leave a like on this video, leave a comment, it helps out in the algorithm. Sub too. Subscribe to Review Tech USA. Also, make sure you sub to my ASMR channel called Tech25 ASMR. I'm actually working on some new stuff as we speak, and I have plenty of content up there already, even though I haven't uploaded in a minute. I'll have links to everything I mentioned below in the description and top pinned comment. So as we know, Donald Trump's tariffs were slapped down by the Supreme Court. On February 20th, 2026, the Supreme Court ruled 6-3 in the Learning Resources Inc. versus Trump that President Trump does not have the authority to impose tariffs under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Now, on February 24th, 2026, these tariffs were no longer collected, and a federal judge ruled that all importers on record were entitled to refunds. And Lord knows we're seeing a whole bunch of companies go after the Trump administration for those refunds, well over 1,000. Now, Nintendo has had beef with the Trump administration for a bit. Actually, recently, the Pokemon company was pissed off at them for social media accounts like Ice using Pokemon for their videos without asking for permission from Nintendo or Game Freak, which is par for the course with the Trump administration. As a matter of fact, the company came out and released a statement regarding the social media posts. We are aware of the recent social content that includes imagery associated with our brand. We were not involved in its creation or distribution, and no permission was granted for the use of our intellectual property. Our mission is to bring the world together, and that mission is not affiliated with any political viewpoint or agenda. Now, I'm not going to show any of those videos here because I'm sure I would get some kind of takedown notice for it, but they were using the phrase ICE, gotta catch them all. Just put two and two together. But I think between that and the tariffs, Nintendo has had enough, and they are now suing the Trump administration to get their money back. This actually comes from Kotaku.com. Nintendo of America is suing the United States Treasury Department, Homeland Security, and Customs and Border Protection to get the money back it paid the United States government as a result of President Donald Trump's controversial tariffs that were deemed illegal by the Supreme Court last month. In the lawsuit filed in the U.S. Court of International Trade on Friday, Nintendo lawyers argued that since February 1st, 2025, President Trump has collected money from companies shipping products into the United States via unlawful executive orders, imposing tariffs on imports from a long list of countries around the world. So yeah, Trump put in place a bunch of tariffs without congressional approval. It was denied by the Supreme Courts because the Supreme Court's like, oh my God, our corporate overlords, they're angry. All right, we'll smack down the tariffs. We'll knock them down for you. We won't let that big bad Trump go after you multi-billion-dollar corporations. We're here for you. And mostly Trump too, except when it comes to you because you're corporations and we work for you. Now, this is what Nintendo's lawyers had to say. Nintendo of America has standing to sue because it is the importer of record for goods that were subject to the tariffs. And if you remember, Nintendo had to delay pre-orders for the Switch 2 due to the tariffs, and they had to raise prices on some accessories due to the tariff. So yeah, Nintendo's not happy, and they're pissed off like 1,000 other corporations, and they want to get their money back. But I have a question. I paid those tariffs too. You did too. Most of you did anyway. Where's our money? I know that, protect the multi-billion-dollar corporations, but where is our money for this? If we pay tariffs on everything, where's my money back? Is that ever? I don't think so. It's never going to come. We're never going to get any check. We're never going to get anything. But now these corporations, yeah, okay, it hit their bottom line, but they're still doing plenty fine. Nintendo's okay. They're okay. And I'm sure many of those other corporations that are suing the Trump administration are okay. I'm not saying that they should have paid these tariffs, but we paid them too. I know I'm not a multi-billion-dollar corporation, but if anything, that should be more of a reason that I get this money back. Are we going to get is the Supreme Court going to rule that we could get checks for all the extra money we paid into these BS tariffs? No, because all our entire government right now is for the corporations and fighting against us. They never, and even the Supreme Court, they never rule in favor of the people, but the corporations came crying to them, and then they step in and finally say something is illegal, and finally say something that Trump is doing is unlawful. So they never rule to protect us. They rule to protect the Epstein class. And guess who is part of that class? All of these corporations. It's so disgusting. And you know what? A lot of them they're going to have to fight, but they're going to get their money back. And who gets screwed? Who paid significantly more for goods and services in the United States? We did. We're never going to get anything for it. And I know I'm going political with this, but how could you not go political with this? But people need to start waking up. I mean, this is talking about Nintendo actually suing the Trump administration. Yes, it's very interesting to talk about, but there is a lot of nefarious crap going on, especially in the United States government and throughout the world. And if you haven't noticed, it's the corporations and the fascists against us. And once again, here we go. The corporations got their way, and who gets screwed? We do. I wish for once in our life the government would fight for us and our elected officials would fight for us and not for corporate interests, but it's not going to happen, and you'd be naive to think so. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.